Hello, and thank you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City. I'm your host, Cortney Bloomer. Today's episode is brought to you once again by Paradise Salon Spa and Wellness. Visit them on Facebook or check out paradisesalonspawellness.com for a full list of all the wonderful services that they provide right here in Carson City. Our guest this week, joining us from her usual spot behind the camera to talk about the Jukebox International Film Festival, Darla Bayer. Welcome, Darla.
Thank you. Thank you, Courtney. I'm so glad to be here.
You're normally the producer of the show, but today you get to be our special guest, and you're here to promote the Jukebox International Film Festival, which is now in its second year here in Carson City.
Right. Yes, it is. It's so fantastic. We started it last year, and we were surprised at how many films we got last year. We got, 20 some odd films, but we've got over 30 films this year, 12 countries represented. That's a ton.
That is amazing.
That's a ton.
Now, we should just let people know the Jukebox International Film Festival is a film festival that's happening here in Carson City, and all the films have something to do with music.
Yes, music-based films. We have feature films, feature narrative, so it's basically a storyline. We have feature documentary. Then we have short narrative, short documentary, and then we have music videos as well.
And as you mentioned, these films are coming to us from around the world.
Yes, they are. And you know what? So are a lot of the filmmakers. And not only are the filmmakers coming, but some of the filmmakers have enough money in their budget to bring the bands that these films are about.
And there's a really interesting thing going on with that. So speaking of the bands that the films are about, let's talk for a minute about Hillbilly Symphony, which is one of the films that is going to be taking place at the festival.
Yes, it is. So Hillbilly Symphony is about a band that goes around in Brazil, and they usually go around in towns just prior to music festivals. And so often it's a hillbilly festival that they are going around, and they just play music for people just wandering. They're a street band. So they've got banjos and guitars and fiddles and such, and they go into stores and they play their music. They get into cars and they play music, and then they get out. Thank goodness they do get out. So they are going to be coming here. And in Brazil, their film crew that made the first film is going to follow them to the plane. And then when they get here at Reno Tahoe, our film crew from Wired Wednesday is going to be following them from then on out, and hence Hillbilly Symphony 2, the second film.
All right. Our folks right here in Carson City, Wired Wednesday is a local film club, and they're the ones going to be doing the filming.
That's right. Yes. It's so exciting. I mean, this whole thing is a culmination of something that I've been trying to do for 8 years or so. Trying to get filmmakers involved, trying to turn Carson City into a place that filmmaking is a regular habit.
Right, a destination for filmmakers and for film festivals. Yes. And the Jukebox International Film Festival is just one film festival that's taking place here. What can people expect? I know you mentioned there's going to be films taking place, feature-length films. There's screenings of these films. There's opportunities to sit and chat with some of the directors and some of the participants that are featured in the films. Yes. Tell us a little bit more about those opportunities.
The film festival itself is on Thursday the 23rd and Friday the 24th. And if you want to see a schedule, you can go to Jukebox IFF standing for International Film Festival. Right. So jukeboxiff.org. And that's where you'll see the schedule, which starts on Thursday and Friday. The films start at 8:15, and we go as late as 9 o'clock on Thursday and about 6:30 on Friday, because right after that we will be presenting awards, because we do have judges who are, as we speak, viewing these films and determining which films are going to be best of show, the winners.
Right.
So in addition to the films all day long, 2 days, we also have some workshops going at the Brewery Arts Center. There will be some where you can do some hands-on playing, strumming, jamming. There's a woman who did the art for one of the films. She is going to help people learn how to storyboard for filmmaking, which is a really awesome thing because we get our filmmakers involved again.
Right.
But the other thing is, everything is so based on just music that anybody can come. If you're interested in music, the films are great. The workshops are great. Now, some of the bands are also going to be playing around town. We have concerts arranged for Comma Coffee and Sassafras, and that's just here in Carson. Those same bands are going to be playing at Picnic in Reno, 2 different nights, and then also at Fat Cat in Tahoe City. So these bands who are coming, they get to perform all over the place.
And get to see the area too. Like
Yes.
you mentioned, these people are coming from all over and maybe
Yes.
haven't been to Carson City before.
Yes. But one more thing. Okay, the last film I think that came in is called Mountain Miner. And it is about Appalachian music and how the Appalachian families during the Depression basically had to move away from home. And it's about a musician who moves away and then finally comes back in his senior years. We have the director of the film and the producer of the film who are also musicians, and one of the young actresses, the actress who plays the girl who actually ends up marrying the young boy. She is coming and she's going to do some in-school artist in residence things for the orchestra classes at both of the middle schools. So we're really excited about that because she gets to do stuff too.
And that sounds like a fantastic story. And where, one more time, tell us the website address where people can go and find out when these films are playing, because they're happening all day long.
Yes, all day long, and it's at the community center. Air conditioning, comfy seats. We'll have snacks available as well. It's if you want to see the schedule, it's jukeboxiff.org, and everything is on there. You can buy your tickets on there. You'll see the schedule. You'll see the schedule of the workshops, and this is called Beyond Jazz and Beyond because it's just a couple days after Jazz and Beyond.
That's right. On last week's show, people were able to learn about Jazz and Beyond and the many great concerts that are taking place basically throughout the month of August here in Carson City. And this follows right on the heels of that, keeping the music going for another couple of days, August 23rd and 24th.
Oh, and one more thing. On Friday is when we have the Filmmakers Forum. Now, that was one of the most exciting things for me last year, was the fact that we had all of the filmmakers on the stage and they talked about how the filming was done, what kind of equipment, what kind of pros and cons to working in different locations and dealing with your actors. And we're having another forum and it's going to be just a blast.
So people who are interested in filmmaking can check that out. And I wanted to just take a minute. You mentioned that Wired Wednesday is going to be doing the filming of the band from Brazil. But if people are interested in filmmaking in Carson City and they want to get involved, tell us about Wired Wednesday.
Well, Wired Wednesday Digital Artists, we have a Facebook page and we also have the group on Meetup. So they can look to see what we're doing. We meet once a month, the last Wednesday of the month. And we actually meet at our sponsor's location at Paradise Salon Spa and Wellness because it's a great place to do it. And we often, well, like this month, we did a drone demonstration. And we have done things where we've had mermaids swimming in the saltwater pool there. And we've tried underwater filming. And we've had all sorts of special shoots. And people learn from each other. And it's a free group. It's just a club. And we just help each other make films.
Are there going to be any local films at the film festival?
Not this year. However, one of the things that we are planning on doing is during Jazz and Beyond, we're all going out and doing some films of the bands that are playing, and we hope to do some music videos for next year's festival.
All right. The Jukebox International Film Festival takes place August 23rd and 24th right here in Carson City. Yep. The main activities are taking place at the Carson City Community Center. Come on down all day, both days, and watch some of the films, meet some of the filmmakers. It's going to be a great experience.
It will be.
All right.
I'm looking forward to it.
Darla's very excited. Thank you so much, Darla, for telling us about this today and stepping out from behind the camera. We were happy to have you on screen today.
Well, thank you.
And thanks to all of you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City, brought to you, as Darla mentioned, by Paradise Salon Spa and Wellness. ParadiseSalonSpaWellness.com, or visit them on Facebook. They have a fantastic indoor saltwater pool and offer a variety of fitness and exercise classes. Check them out. I'm your host, Courtney Bloomer. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.